Hey y'all, a little bit later start, but we're here nonetheless. Hold on, give me 1 second. I got. All right. Sorry about that. I had to close the doors. Got crazy birds. They're gonna be screaming the whole time if I don't. Hope everyone's still doing good and staying safe out there. And give it a few more minutes for people to file in. Crappie Express. Yo, hey, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining us. Doing good. Glad to hear. Same here. Just ready for all this to be behind us. Once again, my son's in the background. I don't know if he's gonna make noises or what, but it's not me. Probably Express, a lot more cars on the road today. Yep. More and more every day, it seems like. I don't know how all this is gonna go, but well, we'll see. It's kind of a waiting game. Slabbuster RTR. Hey, how's it going, Kid Crappie? Hey, Slabbuster. It's going good. Just working and trying to fish when I can. The wind's been crazy the last few days. It's gonna blow every day except Wednesday, it looks like. I wanted to try and do something at the end of the week, maybe, but it's supposed to blow 20 or 25 miles an hour. How about you? You give it another 3 minutes or so to start talking. Give it till 5 minutes or so. I think this thing somehow is like pressing my volume down. Oh, let me see. Oh, there we go. There we go. Crappie Express went fishing this week. Way too choppy. Fished a small creek. I think it was too small of a creek. Only one sand bass. Yeah, where are you located, Crappie Express? I forgot where. I'm not sure if you told me where you're located. I know around here the sand bass run's done. It's over. And fish are out on the main lake with the shad spawn. I wish I could get out there and do a video on shad spawn, but oh, the Lake Lewisville colony. Yeah, it's over pretty much. Sand bass in the creek. There's probably a few stragglers, but nothing crazy. Need to be on the main lake points early in the morning, wind blowing into them, especially if it's cloudy. There'll be lots of sand bass on them shad spawn. Wish I could get up early enough to go out and do it. It doesn't last but a week or two, but a couple weeks maybe. But I wish I could get out there, but I don't think with my sleep schedule and having to work and sun keeping me up, I don't think I'm going to be able to get up that early without being crazy tired the rest of the day. Slabbuster, it's been nice here. Wind hasn't been bad here, but I wasn't able to go out this weekend. I had too many chores I had to do. Got to get my crappie fix in. Yeah, you got to take advantage of that weather if it's not been blowing too much, if you can. Here, it's been blowing crazy. Tommy Harper. Any advice on crappie fishing Grapevine Main Lake? Yes, brush piles. That's all you gotta fish on Grapevine right now. I don't know the depth, but I mean normal, normal foot in normal range, I guess, 10 to 20 foot, 25 foot maybe. They're there somewhere. Haven't been out to Grapevine in a while. I might try and go there this week. I don't know. It depends on the weather, and we'll see. Slapbuster. It was around 90 degrees here today. Got hot, but a cool down coming this week. Yep. It's it's been like 94, 95 I think here once or twice. Seems like most days are in the 80s to, like I think today it was 91 I think or something like that, 92. Buster, what's going on with your boat? So the big announcement, well, it's not really an announcement, but I'm no longer going to be fishing out of that boat. And I'm going to get, like I was talking about last week, a little pontoon boat type thing, or kayak. I'm really not sure yet. I'm leaning toward the pontoon thing, but I'm still going to give it a couple of days and mull it over. But yeah, it's really a long story as to why I'm no longer fishing out of that boat. No longer have that boat. It's nothing that I did. None of my fault. But it's just it's not gonna I'm not gonna be making any videos out of it or fishing out of it. Period. So I don't have it anymore. But I wanted to at least come on here and tell y'all ahead of time and be upfront with y'all. I know eventually, I'd go to fishing that pontoon. Eventually, all these videos of the pontoon and no boat, people are going to start wondering where it's at. So I figured I'd come on here and be straightforward with y'all. So yeah, no more big boat. But like I said, I'm thinking of getting that little pontoon, type boat. I mean, I was looking at, and Mark was saying too about a kayak, and I think Shelly was too. But the more I'm looking at the kayak, it just seems like that would not really fit what I'm doing. Slapbuster, okay, 10-4. Yeah, it's Slapbuster. It's a long story. I don't want to ramble on here about it, and it's just wanted y'all to know it's a long story, and it's got nothing to do with anything I did. But yeah, so I think that getting the kayak is just not gonna be what I need. I don't think. I fished out of a tube. There's a lot of videos early, a few years back before I got the boat, in the tube, and the tube was great, but it's definitely not the best. You're super limited to where you can fish, and kayak is great in that aspect. You can go a lot further in that than you can in tube, but at the same time, unless you're anchoring up every time, or unless you have the little pedal drives, you're gonna have to be pedaling that whole time, or tied up to something. You're not gonna be able to just hover over a spot like I want to do. So I'm hoping that pontoon kind of gives me the best of both worlds, and that's what I'm leaning toward at this point. That way, I can still go around and move easier than the tube, because this will be out of the water. That tube was in the water and it drug really bad. So, and then hopefully I can kick that over enough. Obviously if it's stupid windy, I'm not going to be out there in it anyway. But if there's a little breeze, hopefully I can just hold over some brush, or something like that, some rocks or whatever I'm fishing. Just hold over them, and if not, I'm going to try and anchor on them a little bit if I can figure out how to anchor perfectly. Slapbuster, get you a 14 aluminum with like a 15 or 20 horsepower, even a 10 horsepower. Yeah, I'd love to get like a little aluminum boat or something, but just with everything going on right now, I just don't have a lot of extra extra money for that. So that's why I'm kind of leaning toward the pontoon, just because it's cheaper, and it does, you know, more of what I need. And what is this pontoon model? Crappie Express. It's the Classic Accessories Roanoke, I believe. That's the one I'm looking at now. There's some higher end ones that are, you know, $500 to $1,000, but for what I'm looking to do, I'm not planning on taking this, you know, in the fast rivers or anything like that. I'm just, you know, strictly lake, and probably in the creeks in the winter, the creeks that don't flow, and just planning on doing that. I want to try and get really creative out of it too. Try and do some bluegill, perch, we call them here in Texas, perch videos, some catfish, sand bass if I can, if I find them schooling or something. So hopefully it does what I want it to. It looks like it does. You know, with everything there's pros and cons, but I think the pros outweigh the cons for this, for what I need it to do. But I do have 2 more boat videos before that me and the wife filmed before got rid of the boat. They're good videos. It was nice for both of us to get out there and find some fish. Yeah, Tommy Harper, do you fish grapevine a lot? I'm not sure. I don't remember you being on here before. I'm just curious. Grapevine's one of those weird lakes. It's a weird lake. It's got some nice fish in it, but it don't give them up that easy. So I looked at it. It's going to take some getting used to, going from that to a boat, from your boat to that. Oh yeah, I know. But the thing is, I've already had a tube, so I kind of already know what I'm getting myself into. The tube is harder, in my opinion, to deal with, just because you're in the water and you don't drift at all. So if you need to go from one spot to another, it's all kicking and arm power, manpower. At least with this, you know, I can kind of drift a little bit if I need some help getting over there. You know, I got I can row it, pedal it, whatever you want to call it. So I think that's the best option, I think, for my budget. And I'm not planning on having this thing forever. You know, I'm wanting to get another boat, but just got some things to take care of first. Looking to buy a house first of all, and then the boat will come after that. Yeah, these fish are really biting too. If this wind would lay down, I know I could get out there and really catch some fish. So that's why I'm saying I'm not sure about where I'm going on this week, or even if I'm even gonna go, but just because of the wind, especially in that little thing, I'm thinking. I'm gonna probably order it at the end of the week. I don't know how quick it'll ship, but maybe order it here in the next couple of days, day or two. I tried to hit grapevine twice a month. Last year I fished it from a Pelican Bass Raider. Great little boat, nice. I had one of those down at my uncle's place. I'm not sure what he did with it, but it was an older one. I loved it. We had it for his little farm pond he had down there. We'd take it out there and fish. Yeah, Grapevine's a good lake, but like I said, it's got its good times and its bad times, and it's always either flooded or dry. So you have to really adjust to the lake level and where the fish are. And the good thing is I got to keep the graphs off the boat, so I'm gonna keep. I was thinking of selling them, but I got all my waypoints on them, so I'm thinking of just holding on to it and just, you know, using that to, if I can figure out how to rig that up on there, and trying to do that, and then, you know, that way I have the GPS and the down imaging and side imaging on that pontoon. Mark Williams, I'm here late again. Hey Mark, you know, late or not, you're here. That's all that matters. Thanks for joining. So yeah, so we'll see what I can figure out. I know Mark's just getting here. I'll just say again that the big, you know, announcement is that I'm not gonna be fishing out of that boat. I don't have that boat anymore. That tracker. It's nothing that I did. Again, it's just a long story and just something that happened. So. But that's why I'm thinking of getting the pontoon or I'm leaning toward the pontoon, like I was telling them, but I'm still looking. I'm still keeping my options open. If y'all got any more suggestions, by all means. The Bass Raider would probably be the best, but at the same time I have to probably get that registered, and that's the thing too. I'm trying to avoid having to get a boat registered. I just really don't want to have to deal with all that, and I forget what the charge. I think the charge is like $100 or something a year or something like that. Mark Williams, kayak gives you more range. Yeah, kayak definitely gives you more range. The only thing, Mark, I'm kind of wondering is that the whole holding on brush. I feel like if I, you know, besides anchoring on every single one, I feel like I'd have to have one of those high dollar ones with the little Mirage drives on them to hold over some brush. That's the only concern that I have with the kayak. Tommy Harper, I need more practice with side imaging and setting up when I find a brush pile. Yeah, it's tricky. I need to, hopefully whenever I get up and rolling with this, you know, whatever I decide to get, I want to get, try and do some more videos. I'll try and do more videos of side imaging, and, you know, obviously it's not going to be as good, you know, if I had a boat, but what I look for to find crappie and stuff with the side imaging. Mark Williams, anchor. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but would I have to anchor every single time I'm fishing brush? I know in the summertime I have to, you know, you have to drop a couple times and, you know, run and gun. So, I mean, I don't plan on sitting there on them if they're not biting. I just don't know if, at least with the pontoon, I'm thinking I can kind of hold over it somewhat, you know? I mean, that's kind of the line I'm thinking of. Same with pontoon. But at least with the pontoon, Mark, you can at least kick, you know, with the fins and everything. You can kind of kick yourself there. You know, obviously it's going to be work, but just to kind of hover over it and drop a couple jigs on it, on brush, and see if they're there, or, you know, if they're biting. If not, then just move on. I've looked around on Marketplace and just, you know, odds and end places. I haven't seen very many. I mean, Marketplace had none within 40 miles of my area. I definitely don't want to drive more than 40 miles to pick up, especially right now. I don't want to drive anywhere to meet anybody, to be honest. Just, you know, you just never know. But I'm thinking, and then I saw someone on the Facebook pages that had the same thing, and he listed always put a trolling motor. Yeah, that's the thing. I'd love to put a trolling motor on it and just call it done, but at the same time, I don't want to get that thing registered. It's just too much trouble dealing with Texas Park and Wildlife and all that. We'll see though. I can get out there and try it a few times, and I mean, obviously, even with a boat, excuse me, even if with a boat, if it's windy, super windy, I'm not going to be out there. Same goes with this, with whatever I decide to get. Just trying to make the best out of the situation that's presented itself. And trying to keep content coming in for you guys. Alright, rowing a pontoon sucks. Yeah, I've heard it's not the easiest thing to row. It's really, I mean, I wish there was a way to combine both. And then, but I'm thinking too, Mark, with that, I mean, if it's that hard to row, I mean, I can at least kick it, and it should kick easier than a tube that's in the water, because this is on top, so I shouldn't have as much resistance. And then I've already got, little areas picked out that I'm going to fish. I don't have to really, I don't have to, go all the way across the lake. I'm going to have little areas picked out and just go from here to there and hit 4 or 5 brush piles in a little area that I know of, and maybe some timber. I'm probably gonna fish a lot more timber now, just because I can, tie up to it and drop down. Mark, very slow and don't track straight. Leg's not far in the water like a tube. Yeah. Yeah, it's tricky. I mean, like I said, Mark, I'm trying to figure out, that I'd love to have the kayak for the mobility, but at the same time, I'd basically be stuck fishing stuff that I can see. I'd have to I'd have to anchor on every single brush pile that I want to try, and it's not really effective in the summertime. Plus, you get a leak, be away from the bank, not good. Yeah. It was the same with the tube, though. I mean, the tube. I mean, I fished out of the tube for a year, maybe longer. Never had any issues with it leaking. But I don't plan on just shoving it up on the bank or anything. I've looked too into that. Supposedly the colder air makes the air inside contract or something, and you have to add more air, which I don't mind, but Mark, I'll get another tube. I love them. Yeah, I love them too, but they're just you're really limited in them. That's my only complaint, is that you can't go anywhere. I mean, if you fish a bridge, or you fish a bridge or something like that, it's great, because you can just fish a whole bunch of area in one little area, and you can catch a lot of fish in a little area, and you don't have to go all over the place. But I've tried to fish the tube with the brush piles, and it ain't really the best. On my creek today, I didn't have to use the anchor. Are the creek fish like on brush, or do they just kind of drifting through? But the thing is too, you're in a creek. If I'm on a main lake, I'm gonna have to use an anchor or something. Only use tube on a bridge. Yeah, the bridge is the best place for the tube. That's what I think is the best. Its best calling card. On brush, found it with graph. Yeah, that's the thing. If I was only fishing a creek, it'd be kayak, no question. But I'm definitely planning on fishing a lot of main lake stuff too. like I said, I mean, to get a kayak that I feel I would be best, suited for, it'd be a couple $1,000, at least 1,000, probably at least 1,500. I don't want to get a kayak and realize that I needed to get the other one. I won't, because of idiots. Yeah, that's a whole nother thing, especially the lakes I'm gonna fish. There's a whole lot of those at the lakes I fish. But I'm still, weighing the best options. And Key Lagoon pedal, 10 foot, $800. Yeah, I don't have $800 to spend on this, unfortunately. Flat Buster. I bet you can keep looking on Facebook and Craigslist and find a decent flat bottom. Yeah, the thing about a flat bottom too is if I get, I have to get a trolling motor and registered, and I mean that's $400 or $500 right there before before you even blink. Mark Williams 12-foot pedal, 900. Yeah, I mean I just really don't have, with everything going on, I don't have a lot of extra money. I'd love to get one, but don't think I can swing that right now. Just with everything going on, I'm still the only one that's working right now. Hopefully the wife goes back soon, though. We'll see. I don't know. Trying to think of what else what other points I was thinking about. I've been thinking about it ever since I knew I was gonna have to give up the boat, and then once I did, I've been looking. 10 foot for 350, just need paddle. Yeah, man. Just don't know. Cause I just think have you? So Mark, you said you don't use the kayak on the lake. Have you used it at all at the lake? Have you tried to fish brushing it at all? That's what I'm trying to do. That's the main thing is brush. Trying to. Plus new, that's wide. Slide Buster, about a 45. Pen Thrust Motor Guide on Facebook. It was like brand new. My little aluminum, $40. That's not bad for a trolling motor. Alright, I have, but too many idiots. So you couldn't hold on the brush? That's kind of where I'm at. I don't want to be, forced to fish places that I don't want to because I can't hold on stuff out there. And then I'm thinking, too, with the pontoon, at least I can anchor up with that too, but at least I can hover over it for a second and fish it for a second and see if it's, if it's worth anchoring up on. If I catch some fish, I can always anchor up on it. Boat's going by too close, creating big waves. Yep. Yeah, it's really tough though. I mean, I'd love to get one of those nice kayaks, but it's not an option, unfortunately, right now. but we'll see. I'm still looking around. All right, y'all. I think I'm gonna stay on here another couple minutes, and I'm gonna wrap it up. It costs $21 a year to register my little aluminum boat in Alabama. I'm thinking it's more than that in Texas. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm thinking back when I had to register another boat, I think it was like $100, and it wasn't a big boat at all. This was years and years back though, so it might have changed. Mark Williams, those times you use slip bobber, cast to the brush. Yeah, man, I'd love to slip bobber to cast to the brush. If I did that with the brush I fish, I'd be hung up. It's hard to fish the brush just, vertical. I couldn't imagine casting over it with the slip cord. That'd be really tough on the brush that I fish. Slab buster. Yeah, man, you'll find something soon. Yeah, I'm just trying to see what all I can figure out. That's the kind of the thing, the thing is too, it's like I said, I'm the only one working at the moment, and I don't want to, spend too much money on something and, with just one source of income right now. Think they rip y'all off there $100? Heck no. Yeah, I want to say that's what it was roughly, but it's been a while, so I'm sure it's changed some since then. Yeah, so hopefully I can figure something out soon too, because I need a way to get out there. But I think it's kind of a good thing too. I think, my videos will be a little more interesting with fishing out of a pontoon or, kayak, as opposed to fishing out of a big boat with trolling motor and electronics. I think it'll mix it up a little bit. Something different. Don't cost that much for my 17-foot boat with a 90 horse. It's 35, I think. Yeah, I'm guessing it's different. Oops, I'm guessing it's different. Crappie Express, if you want to go out on a boat around here, I'm in. We can take mine. Hey, I appreciate it. I definitely give you a holler. Fishing's about to get really, it's already getting really good, I think, so. Mark Williams, just go to smaller lakes. Yeah, I'm trying to think. A lot of the lakes that I fish that are around here, I'd have to drive, an hour or two to go find smaller lakes that are worth fishing, right? Especially when all the time I've put in is on the bigger lakes. It's kind of tough for me to abandon ship on all that work finding stuff and, experience on all those lakes. I can go get on fish and stay out of the big water if I have to. A lot of the places I can even tie up to, and so yeah, it's just smaller lakes around here. There's not a whole lot of smaller lakes around here that are worth fishing. Yeah, kayak is easier to stick in for brush, Mark. That's another perk for sure. The thing is, most of the lakes I fish around here, I already know where everything's at. Unless someone's put new stuff, or, I pretty much know everywhere I need to fish. And find something soon. Kayak is the way to go. Don't break the bank, but find something that tracks well and stable. Extend and Lifetime brands are pretty good. Thanks, Sharon. I'll look at those. I've heard of Ascend, but I haven't heard of Lifetime. I'll check them out. Slapbuster. I fished out of a kayak a couple times. I don't like them because you can't stand up. It kills my back sitting that long, but it may be okay for you. You're younger than me. Yeah, I sit at a desk for 10 hours a day, and my back's not the best either, so I don't know. I've read that it's you know, more comfortable to sit up like you are in the pontoon as opposed to the kayak. But yeah, I think my back would probably hurt in the kayak, I'm thinking, for a long period of time. But I'll definitely keep looking and keep y'all updated on, you know, what I decide to do. Depends on the kayak and seat. Yeah, I need to. Mark, what did you send me what brand and make your kayak was? I can't remember if you did or not. I don't think you did. Do you know what brand and make it is? Model it is? I'm gonna check it out and see. Ocean Kayak 12 foot. Okay. Thanks, Mark. I'll look at that and check it out. Oh, you did tell me it was an Ocean Kayak. I remember now. I couldn't remember exactly, but I remember Ocean Kayak. I'll look into it. All right, y'all. I think I'm gonna picked it up cheap and did my own mods. Yep, that's the way to do it for sure. Lifetime Teton Angler. Okay, thanks, Sharon. I'll check that one out too. See where I can find it cheap at. Christopher DeWall, what's up, Kid Crappie? What's up, Chris? You get a kayak, hit me up. Well, do you fish out of a kayak a lot, Christopher? $349.99. Awesome. Thanks, Sharon. Definitely have to check that out, Sharon. I appreciate the info. The price isn't too bad either. Is it pretty easy, and do you fish a lot of brush, or what do you fish for? As soon as I get off here, I'm gonna start. I'll check some of this stuff out and see. Stay out of the big lakes and fish the smaller areas and creeks and anything that bites. I know how that is. Sometimes you just gotta take what you can get. Yeah, the thing is, I'm wanting to fish big lakes. That's kind of where I know the most and do the best at. Amen, brother. Love your content. Thanks. Hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support, Christopher. I appreciate it. Be on the lookout. There's going to be some more coming out too here in a couple days. So, all right, y'all. I'm gonna I'm gonna cut it short. My son's getting antsy. I'm gonna go over here and help my wife out. Thanks for tuning in. And thanks for the suggestions, and I'm gonna look them up once I get done with here and getting him situated, and look at everything and get something figured out pretty quick. I really appreciate all the support. Appreciate y'all taking the time to spend some time with me and talk about what's going on and changes that are coming, and all the suggestions. Everything helps. Makes things so much easier knowing that I have help and suggestions and all that. So thanks everyone, and if you're not a subscriber, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell, that way you get notified every time I post a video. And don't forget, I mentioned earlier too that got a couple more boat videos coming out that me and the wife filmed before I got rid of the boat. So those are coming the next few days. I'll get them posted, or get one posted, and then next week probably another one posted. So be on the lookout for that. And thanks again, everyone. Y'all stay safe, and we'll catch you on the next one.